Your child will spend hours on a gadget. Why? Mothers, please, we need to rise. Hi friends, welcome to my channel. My name is Nancy. If today is your first time of tuning to this channel, I want to say a very big thank you to you for stopping by to check on us. And don't forget to subscribe. That shows that you are in support of this channel. And to all my subscribers, oh my God, I want to say a very big thank you so much, because your turn up is so much amazing. I didn't expect that, but it shows that you are really in support of what is going on in this place. Okay, I want to say a very big thank you to all of you, and your comments, a shout out to you all. I am so much happy. I am so much impressed. Thank you all. And don't forget to share to your friends, so as they will also know about this channel and what this channel is all about. After watching and you see that it is something that is good, you can share to another person, give to others what you see that it is good. Okay, and to the viewer, to all my viewers, oh my God, thank you all so much. For I know that one day, not just viewing to watch what I am doing or what is going on this channel, I know that one day you are going to subscribe. Yeah, you'll be impressed one day and you will subscribe to this channel. Okay, see, before I started filming this video, I did something this morning. Immediately my child woke up from sleep. So what I did was that I went straight to the television. So immediately he saw me going to the television, he followed me immediately, and he told me to put his favorite channel. So I said okay. I put the channel, I left. Immediately I put it, he jumped up out of excitement and went straight to the chair and sat down. So I left him there for complete 30 good minutes. He did not shake his head, he did not scratch his body, he did not do anything. His whole focus, everything about him was on that channel, because that is his favorite channel. You know, I was in the kitchen, I turned and called him, he didn't answer me. Normally, if he woke up from sleep, he would just come to the kitchen and start demanding for food. Do you get it? Immediately it clocked 30 minutes. So I went to the television and off the channel. So immediately I offed it. So I picked one of the books that we're using to learn here. So I started asking him some questions there. What is this? What is that? The usual thing that we used to do in our learning. You know what happened? Oh my God. He started crying that he want to eat. He started crying that he want to eat. In fact, he wasn't even showing any interest on the book that I was showing her. So the ones that I pasted on the walls. So I called him and asked him, what is this? So he could not answer me. Already, he's already shaking and he needs to eat. So he started pushing me that we need to go to the kitchen so that I'll give him food. So what are we talking about? We are the generation that we are now is generation that everybody, everything is now all about internet. Everything is all about phone. You see a small child that is handling a phone. Okay, like the place that I am, a child can demand phone. If you don't get it for the child, the little I know that it is a very big problem for the parents not to provide a telephone for the child. And it's even possible that the child can even tell you the particular phone that he or she wants. Do you get it? So, but we want to break that chain, that yoke, that thing that have made our children to be so focused on this gadget of a thing. You see that a child can be crying and you will give that child a phone or you on television for the child. You see that the child will stop crying. Just like my small baby who is not up to a year. And once I get a phone, you know what she will do? She will start doing like this. You see what I'm doing? She will start doing like this. Who taught this girl that we press phone like this? That is the generation we are. She will start doing like this. Do you see it now? So you see what this gadget of a thing have taken in fact it is as if it have taken the totality of us, the totality of, especially in the life of our children. So we want to highlight one or two things that will help us. I know that if we apply this method, it is going to help us so that we curtail this phone addiction of a thing. You can be talking to it even in I don't want to talk about adults, because I want to focus on children. Let me not say anything about adults, okay? You will be calling a child will be holding a phone, pressing a phone. You'll be calling a child and the child will not listen to you because the child is so busy. Everything about the child, his brain, his memory, everything, the totality of that child is being focused on that phone. Now, when I was in school, I was told that they taught us about cognitive development of a child. See, every stage that a child is, he or she has something to learn on that stage. For instance, a child of 1 year, there is something that a child of 1 year should know. A child of 2 years, okay, let me bring it down. When a child is growing up, there is a time for the child to read only. The child might not be able to write. Even if the child will write, the child will just write, you understand? So, but this time, the state that the child is, the child can only read. Those things that the child is seeing, these are the only things that the child can do. Okay? So, when you tell the child to write, the child will not be able to write. Do you get me? Because he or she cannot do it at that moment. But a time will come when the child will start doing those things. A time will come when a child will start reading. You can't tell a child of 2 years to start reading for you. No. The only thing you can do to a child of 2 years is to start building him. You will build the child so that the child will be able to start reading tomorrow. Okay, there is no magic in reading. You must follow the process before you will start reading. Okay, so in educational system, we believe that a child is shaped and nurtured by what the child sees, what the child hears, and what the child can do. Okay, if you want to capture a child, you focus on what the child is seeing, what the child is hearing, and what the child is doing. That means if the child is putting in negative aspects on these things that we just listed, you need to convert it to positive aspects. I don't know if you are getting me. So we are not going to say much about this on this introduction. So we are just going to highlight some tips. If you see me bending down, please, I jotted some points and I look at it to talk to us. Okay, so we are going to highlight some tips that can help us to work on this phone addiction. Okay, and before I will go to the tips, please, if you have any comment to this topic that we're talking about, please make sure you comment down below. If you have your opinion or if you have any question that you will wish to ask, please, I want you to comment down below. Or you understand what I mean. So please, because we are here to learn. We learn as the parents, we also learn as the children, and we are the one that's going to teach our children. Do you get me? So we are going to highlight few things that can help us to ease this addiction in the life of our children. So number one that we're going to talk about is for us to set an example. See, some of us parents, the way we handle our phone, do you know that our children are watching us? Remember that we say that we nurture our kids by what they see. Okay? We need to set an example for these kids. When a child sees you pressing a phone, all the time you're on the phone, how are you going to tell that child to stop pressing the phone? How are you going to control the way your child is handling phone? Okay? So it is not possible. It can never be possible. We need to set an example so that our children will learn from us. When you are with the kids, especially when we are with the kids, let us try to avoid phone, especially when you are with them. Okay? Let us avoid telephone. Let us set an example. We cannot be on a telephone for complete good 2 hours. 1 good hour, we are still pressing the telephone. Even when the person will be telling you, mommy, daddy, you say, you know? So let us set good example to the children. Whatever we are doing, let us know that the children are watching us. So it is good to press phone. There should be time for everything. They are watching the way we are doing it. They are really watching us. Especially, some of us, we are so much busy that we don't really have that time. Yes, it affects everybody. We don't really have that time for our children. Okay, but I want to encourage us. Please, the little time that you have for your kids, make sure you utilize it. Set an example. Don't use the time that you have to start pressing phone. Be anything, you can start teaching them something, but what I am trying to say is don't press phone when you have time. The little time that you have for your children, you can use that time to teach them. Go to the next one, which is changing their routine. See, some of our kids are addicted to a particular routine. So we can change their routine. For me, if your child is a child that once the child wakes up in the morning and he will go and on the television, or he will just pick the phone and start pressing phone and start doing anything that has to do with the gadgets, please let us change their routine and impact another routine that is good in their life. Things that have mastered them, that has to do with this gadget, we need to change it because they cannot change it. We are the one that is going to change it in their life and put in the ones that will benefit them. Okay? So the next one that we're going to talk about is don't keep the phone accessible. Some of us, if a child is crying, you just give a child phone just for the child to keep quiet. You can take the phone away from the child. Yes, the child, maybe the child, your child phone, he or she might be using it, but don't permit him or her to use it all the time. Okay, you can take it away from the child. And when you take it away from the child, make it as a routine. Let him or her know that mommy can take this phone from me, daddy can take this phone from me. You'll be able to have access to that phone until you give it to them. You can give them a task. You can give them something to go and do. Not when you take the phone from the child, you just keep it somewhere, maybe on the television or or where you know that once you turn, children, once you turn your back, the child will just sneak and go and pick it. Another one that we're going to talk about is don't make learning from activity a habit. In fact, what I want to say here is, let me just summarize it by saying that not all the channels that your child demands from you that you put for the child. Please, let us watch what we are putting for our children. You don't put all the channels for them, especially the younger ones. It's not what the channel that the child demands that you put for the child. I'm telling you what have affected me. Whatever, all this, there are some channels that are not educative. It's just for fun. Okay? I will just time it. Once it is 2 hours, I close the channel and put another thing. So immediately I notice that that particular channel is taking away the mindset of my child from what we are learning. I stopped it immediately. And immediately I stopped it, he reversed back. Another one that we're going to talk about is encourage outdoor activities. You see, do you know that it's possible for a child, you can give a child phone, maybe a child that want to go out. You just give the child a phone. The child can even tell you, no, I am not going out again. No. Once you see that, I will encourage you. Take the children out. Let them go out and learn. Yes, we have to be creative. Take them out to learn. If I'm taking my child out, I will be telling the child, this is this, this is that. Let them play around. It is normal in the life of kids. Let them play. Tell them things. Tell them stories. For the ones that have grown, what I can advise you to do is, you can tell your child to pick a paper and a pen. Maybe when you people go out, you tell the child, what can you see? The child will tell you, I can see a chair, I can see a tree, I can see a bus, I can see this. Now you tell your child, can you put down those things that you can see? It's part of learning. Okay? It is part of learning. The child will start putting down those things that he or she can see. Walk around. Remember that what we are trying to bring here is, we are trying to delete that gadget or phone addiction that have taken the place in our children by putting other things that will help them to grow. Okay? So, make it fun. Take the children out to play and enjoy themselves. And as they are playing, teach them something. Teach them something. Okay? Let them have, even if they go out alone to play, you will tell them, if you come in, you are going to tell me what you learned from your going out. And not just play and, they will forget about themselves. No. Impact something in their lives so they will know what my mommy is capable of doing or what my daddy can do. Okay? So the last one that we're going to talk about is engage in a pretend play. See, if we are to capture our kids, we must be like them. We must be like children. Okay? You don't tell a child to start clapping when you don't set an example. If you want to play with a child, you must position yourself like someone that wants to play. It's not when you tell a child, clap your hands, the child will continue looking at you. If you want to tell a child to clap, you must first of all start clapping, laughing, jumping, doing those exciting things. Then it will motivate the child to join you and start doing what? And start clapping. It's even possible that you will start clapping and the child will be looking at you. You have to make it enticing, entertaining. You have to make it fun so as the child to join you. Okay? That is kids for you. Engage yourself on those activities, especially in learning. This thing called gadgets television, phone, laptop, everything, it can cause a problem in the future of our child that we will start regretting. Let us shape our children in the way that we want them to be tomorrow. Whichever way, however you want your child to be, start now to shape the child. So, my dear people, I want to encourage us. Those things we are allowing our child to watch, those things we are allowing our child to do, those things we are allowing our child to see, it is impacting in their lives. It is really impacting in their lives. Okay? So, I want us to be encouraged. Let us not allow this phone of a thing to take the totality of our children. Let us impact learning. There are so many things that we are going to teach our children. There are so many things that our children is going to learn from us. It must not be on telephone. You can think, what can I do so that my child will start learning? What am I going to do? Let us put in other things that will help us to build this child in a way that will help us, and it will also help the society.